Today I'm going to talk to you about a type of transformation called a rotation, or sometimes referred to as a turn. And I'm going to use a clock to demonstrate what some of these rotations will look like when you rotate a point or when you rotate a shape on a coordinate grid. So anytime that I'm talking about clockwise, I'm going to be talking about this direction here. And anytime I'm talking about counterclockwise, I'm going to be referring to that direction. So let's say that we want to rotate our hand here that's pointing towards 12 o'clock. We want to rotate it clockwise 90 degrees. So that means our new hand will be pointing towards the 3 o'clock. And let's say we want to rotate the 12 o'clock hand to the 6 o'clock. That means we would be doing a 180-degree clockwise rotation or a 180-degree counterclockwise rotation. You would still end up at 6 o'clock. And let's say we wanted to move our 12 o'clock hand to the 9 o'clock. That is a 270-degree rotation clockwise, or it is a 90 degrees counterclockwise rotation about the center point of our clock. So we're going to use the same idea about the hands on a clock to help us move our points. So let's look at this first point. I'm wanting to rotate point A 90 degrees clockwise. So my point of rotation is the origin 0, 0. And I'm going to be drawing arrows to demonstrate my horizontal and my vertical directions from my point of rotation to my point that I'm trying to rotate. So to get to point A, I'm going to be going up vertically to 2, and then I'm going to be going horizontally also 2 units. So to rotate it, I'm going to imagine that this hand right here is pointing towards 12 o'clock. Well, if I'm wanting to do a 90-degree clockwise rotation, my arrow is going to be pointing towards 3 o'clock, but it's going to be 2 units away from the point of rotation. So it's going to look like that. That's my new arrow that's pointing towards 12 o'clock. This arrow right here is pointing towards 3 o'clock. And so if I rotate it 90 degrees clockwise, it's going to be pointing down towards 6 o'clock. And so it's going to look like this. So my new point A is going to be located right here, and I'm going to say that that's A prime. So let's look at this triangle here. Let's rotate this triangle, ABC, about the origin 0, 0, and we're going to rotate it 90 degrees clockwise as well. So my point A, I go up 2 and I go over 1 unit. So if I'm wanting to rotate it 90 degrees clockwise, my 12 o'clock hand is going to be pointing towards the 3 o'clock. And so it's up 2, so I'm going to go to the right 2. That would be 90 degrees clockwise rotation of that direction. And then my 1 unit to the right is pointing towards the 3 o'clock. So when I rotate it 90 degrees clockwise, it's going to be pointing towards 6 o'clock. So this is where my new point A is going to be, so A prime. And let's look at point B. It is up 2 units, and then it's to the right 3 units. So my hand that's pointing up towards 12 o'clock will be pointing towards the 3 o'clock, and 2 units also. And then it's the hand that's pointing towards the 3 o'clock will be moved towards the 6 o'clock. So it's going to be down here, down 3. So that's going to be B prime. And then the C, from my origin, from my point of rotation or center of rotation, I go up 3 and then to the right 3. And if I'm wanting to rotate point C about the origin, I'm going to, my 12 o'clock hand will be moved to the 3 o'clock location, so it's going to be moving in that direction, but 3 units, which is how I drew my arrow. And then this 3 is going to no longer be pointing towards the 3 o'clock, it's going to be pointing down towards the 6 o'clock. So right here, 3 units down. So that's where my new C prime is going to be located. So my new triangle is going to be located right here. So that is the triangle being rotated about the origin, 0, 0, 90 degrees clockwise. This is how we would do this by hand, and I will be showing you tomorrow how to use transparency paper or patty paper to do these rotations as well. So if you don't understand this, rewatch this video a couple times and ask me some questions when you get into class.